Welcome to the Stratford Knights Coaches Show, sponsored by Jimmy Dunn State Farm Insurance. I'm Dr. Matt Burnett, and I am here with Coach Denny McDaniel of the 6-1 Stratford Knights. We're here to tell you all the things that are happening in Stratford fall sports. Let's start off with, we have boys cross country finishing 13th out of 50 at the Newberry meet, and girls cross country finishing 6th out of 40. It's a tune-up for the state meet. Coach, if we're going to catch up to cross country in our overall mileage, we're going to need to start making significant moves towards that.
It might be that forever walk. Maybe that's out. You probably need to start doing so.
It's one of those things like, do you, with a snail chases you slowly, can you get away? It's one of those kind of things.
No step from those.
No doubt. Coach Rowderbush and Coach Calvert doing a tremendous job getting cross country ready, tuned up for the state meet. And this was actually the state meet course. So this is a chance to see it and get ready. Volleyball has senior night Tuesday night, honoring our 3 seniors here. Also a chance to move up in some playoff positioning. I believe Coach Burnett says she's ready to go. She made some moves, doing some things positively to get ready for that. Tennis also has senior night, honoring their 1 senior. Tennis has really improved. We have almost 13 girls on our tennis team.
It's impressive where we started. We started with 3. When Coach Pro's first started the season, they get 13 out there. And like I said, steady improvement all year long from us, so they're doing a really good job.
Swim participated in the state meet this past week, both boys and girls. Kason Parker, 21, finished 21st in the IMPRs. Girls relay also dropped their time significantly, so a lot of positive things happening in the pool.
It's awesome. Good stuff.
Getting moving forward. Coach McBride doing a great job there. Their season is over because they had the shortest season in all of fall sports. It's like a month. So let's get to the football, my friend. This is a little different than our previous weeks because the Knights were in a straight-up dogfight.
Yes, we were.
Came back. Credit to Lucy Beckham. Jack LaMonica, their fullback, absolutely. That's a
bro, man. We knew going in he's going to be a good player, but just didn't realize till we got there. You can tell his size. He was strong. He looks like he's built over there, but it's just his balance. Like the first guy was never going to bring him down, and he's always moving forward. So definitely was a test for us.
Also, maybe one of the more miserable football games I've ever been at. I don't think it ever stopped raining.
Well, it rained twice. It rained 2 different ways. When Lucy Beckham had the ball, it would rain straight down, and then when we had the ball, it would rain sideways on us. So the coaching staff could attest to that. So,
explain to us kind of like how does the weather affect your play call, and how does it affect your overall players? Like how did you think the weather affected the ball game?
Not necessarily the rain itself, because we practice in the rain all the time when we're out there, but the wind was really what was key to it. And kind of limits us on the football some. Obviously when you go into a rainy game like that, you know you're going to run the football more than you're going to throw it, just because the nature of that. But we were still committed to throwing the ball, and just the wind. Like Jenkins rolled out one time, had JQ wide open and threw the ball, and you could tell as the ball came out, it just died right there on something he's never done before. And you could tell that crosswind was what really was getting us. Especially on any punt or kickoff. We kicked 2 of them out of bounds and from the middle. So that definitely means either he shanked it, which Greedy and Parrott really rarely ever do, or that wind just took it. So when you start looking at play calling, you try to figure out, hey, what was our best way to be able to move the football positively, but also keep the ball safe and not turn the ball over some. So we were able to obviously get the run game established and leaned on our guys up front all night long.
So the game starts, we come out, we get the ball. I think we score within 2 minutes, just running the football downhill. Malik McGowan, just absolutely monster night, 282 yards on 25 carries, 3 touchdowns, 2-point conversion, just absolutely huge game for Malik.
Yeah, once again, he's been doing it all year long. After that first quarter, we kind of realized we were going to lean on him a lot, just because in the run game and how the passing game wasn't really going a whole lot. And Jenkins dinged his shoulder there early in the game, so we didn't want to put necessary hits on him unless we had to. And Malik just answered the bell time and time again. DJ Grant also had a good game for us as well. But we saw Malik was definitely having a hot hand, so we rode him for most of the night.
So we score, we stopped them, which was something that was big, and then we got the ball back. We drove it down. Some weird things happened. Ended up having to punt. And then come back. So they tie the ball game. We come back, score again with a chance to score right before the half. Missed a pass that was really wide open, overthrown a little bit. Again, the wind definitely affected that ball. Didn't capitalize right there. So go down into the half 14-7, and then the fireworks really pop off in the second half. You mentioned DJ Grant. DJ Grant did a tremendous job as in the second running back role. Saw the jet sweep working a lot. So I think that's something y'all have added.
We feel like we feel against Lucy Beckham, we were a little bit quicker than they were on the outside of the ball, so we want to try to get a jet outside and force them to roll some coverage down that jet motion. And, we hit it a couple of times Friday night. Definitely something we're going to keep in the repertoire on our offense because we got two guys, and DJ Grant and Sean Harris, really fast and can get to the outside and stretch the defense horizontally, also vertically. But definitely something we looked at and we were able to capitalize on a couple of times. And that actually set up some other runs inside coming off that jet motion. So,
yeah, they come back. They tied up at 14. We get it back. We score 21. They score 21. We get it back. Chance come down, drive it down to the 30, and then we fumbled. They got the ball, which gave them a chance to go up. That was
just one of those things that DJ ran the ball. He was fighting for yards, stiff arm the guy down to the ground. Great stiff arm and was making some yards for us there. Was working himself out of bounds, and the ball got a little loose, and the Lucy Beckham did a good job popping it. But strangest thing is, guy popped it from the inside, but when it hit, it shot back into the field of play instead of out of bounds, which I've never seen before. Lucy Beckham was able to recover, and then they kind of started putting us behind a little bit there.
They get big controversial fourth down. Did he get it? Did he not? Looked like it was very, very close. Defense really tried to hold there, and then come back. So it's 28-21. We get the ball back, march right down the field, score with 2:46 left. You send the field goal unit out. I think you're playing for overtime as I'm shivering in the corner. And then call the timeout, and then you make the decision, we're going to win or lose it right here, and you send the offense out. What's going through your mind as you get ready to send your offense back out for the 2-point conversion? If you don't get it there, we're in a tough spot.
Well, originally we scored. My initial reaction was put up one for PAT to go out. Coach Beckman actually said, hey, what about 2 here? And I was like, no, let's just kick the extra point. And then I thought about, and then we discussed real quick that, well, we really haven't slowed them down all night. They haven't slowed us down all night. So if we just tied it up, there's a good chance we are still there right now playing that game because, overtime in high school is from the 10-yard line, and neither defense want to stop each other inside those 10 yards. So, like I said, Malik is having a great game, running the football. They had not slowed us down. They had not stopped us for less than 5 yards on a carry. So we called timeout, told the kids, hey, we're either going to win it now or we're going to be in, fight for our lives here. Call pin pull on the outside. Mike Adams did a great job at tight end of reach blocking. Antonio Gant and Greg Campbell pull around. Greg kicks out. JQ Crosby the lead, and JQ just annihilates the outside linebacker, and Malik walks into the end zone, 29-28. And also part of that thought process going in there is that Lucy Beckham was not throwing the football at all. And their offense is not designed to score fast, and we knew that we had a kicker. We can make the ball go in the end zone, touch back, and force them to drive 80 yards to score because kicking a field goal was not an option for them either. So we felt good about that chances, and ended up working out great for us that they had to force them to do some things they didn't want to, which predicated Cameron Gibbs having a huge sack there on the last drive.
I don't know. I mean, absolutely massive. Coach Smith dials it up from the backside. I'm amazed that kid held on to the football because he got absolutely crushed.
It ran a little delayed blitz there with Cameron. He saw quarterback set up for a pass. Quarterback was looking to the left, and Cameron just caught him perfectly. Like I said, a tremendous job of that quarterback holding on to the football. But put him down to third and very long, and then they converted a third down for probably about 10 yards there, so it brought up 4th and 7 for them. And once again, they not a cover situation for them, and the quarterback fumbled the snap when he was dropping back to pass, and we were able to. They fell on it, but it's still 4th down, and we got the ball back and was able to call that the best play in football at the end of the game, victory.
Absolutely, and really, you could feel a whole relief in the entire stadium at that point for us. Let's talk about some guys here. So obviously Malik and DJ. Malik, absolute monster the entire night. DJ, great job in a backup role. But you got to talk about the 5 guys up front because you don't run for 282 yards without really moving people up front. I thought those 5, Jamison Pelham, Ben Jordan, TJ Bryant, Greg Campbell, Antonio, and then Micah as a tight end, JQ and receivers, just doing a great job blocking in a game. Well, that was what they really had to do.
Yeah. Well, first of all, you mentioned 5 seniors up there up front. Those guys have been playing for a long time, and they understand that, our success is based on what they do, whether it's pass pro or run blocking. And, obviously we came out there and we started to establish our dominance. And after that first drive, they came over and talked to Coach DeBrava, and they're like, Coach, we can run on them all night. And just a great job of continuing of taking that ownership and really dominating up front to allow us there was gaping holes all night. I mean, I don't think we ever got touched until we were at linebacker depth, about 95% of our run plays. And just a testament to those guys, the work they put in, not only in the field, but also in the weight room, and have been developing the last couple of years.
Absolutely. On defense, obviously, we had a tough time stopping their fullback, but we did have some bright spots. Thought Cameron Gibbs played a heck of a ball.
Yes,
just tremendous job off the edge.
He has really had a great summer this summer for us. Has really put in work in that weight room. Has gotten better, and it's just gotten better each week as we go through the season. And I'm really excited for him because he's going to be a heck of a player for us. He's going to be a junior, so we got him next year. But he allows us to, because he's unique, because he's that outside linebacker that can play. We can bring him in the box if we need to. We can play him outside, but we're also, because of his wrestling background, we can bring him up on the line. He can handle the tight end, and that's what that delayed blitz that Coach Smith called when we were able to get the sack was from him being on the end right there and delayed blitz and got there and sacked the quarterback for us.
And again, our favorite safety in the back, man, back there getting it done. Jonah Coleman all over the place. Trenton Fordham had a on that last drive. Trenton Fordham had a knockdown. Had that on my nose too. I mean, that ball was easily catchable, and Trent made a senior play, got up there and knocked that thing down.
Do what we talked about. Play the receiver's hands. He came over from the far safety and just punched that ball down. Like you said, he was behind our DB and was definitely a ball he could catch. And just make that play to secure where we were. So awesome job. It's one of those things where both sides of the ball didn't have a great night, but when we had to make plays when it counted, and that's what championship teams do.
Yeah, I know. In linebacker wise, we had a guy. I know Bryce had to come out for a little bit, and then we had to put Mason Mars was in there playing. Jared Hearn, had to move his linebacker. It's got to be tough for a linebacker when you're just facing downhill all night. There's a big heavy kid coming downhill at you.
Yeah, I mean, over and over again. It's not flashy, but it works. There's a reason why they call it 3 yards in a cloud of dust, because 3 times 4 is 12. And they keep moving the sticks, and what that offense does also is that it demoralizes you because they're getting exactly what they need. If they need 3 yards, they're getting 3.5. If they need 4, they're getting 4.5. And what stinks about it is that your defense is on the field for a long time, and then offensively we're on the sideline and we can't get out there. We're getting cold on the sideline and stuff like that. So just thought our kids did a really good job of responding when they needed to, making those plays. And we talked about this before. Anytime it's a win, it's a win. We're not going to knock out and say, excited to have that win. Friday night, it was able to put us in the driver's seat for the region right now. We got a big one coming up this week, so excited about getting that win and getting it going.
Probably the play underrated was when they're trying to come down in 2 minutes to score. Jay McGrew comes off, sets the edge, and tackles the quarterback before he got a chance to throw the football. Really set him up 3rd and long. That was a huge play. Also, on my notes too, Cash Dawson, young kid playing D tackle, made some plays. When he had to make them. I definitely see the 2 guys who maybe we don't talk about a lot, but really doing some good things.
Yeah, definitely getting in. Cash is really doing a good job for us coming on. Antonio Waring's another young defensive lineman up there doing a good job, and like you said, mentioned Jaden McGrew. Jaden's one of those guys. He helps us out big time because he's a physical corner. Like, he's one of those guys. He doesn't shy away from contact. He likes the contact, likes to tackle. And like I said, he came up, made a heck of a play on that quarterback to put him in a 3rd long situation.
All right, so we got Cane Bay. It has been, I know, at least 10 years since we've beaten Cane Bay. What are you looking for as far as from our team, from the crowd, from everybody getting ready for Friday night?
Team-wise, we got to have a great week of practice. Got to play 40 minutes of football. It's going to be kind of a same theme this week. We're going to have to tackle the dive with the offense that Cane Bay runs. They run more of an option style than what Lucy Beckham was running. Lucy Beckham was running more like dive, straight dive handoff. Quarterback for Cane Bay is a really good player. We're going to have to be sound on defense, tackling all phases of the option, and then offensively eliminate mistakes, eliminate penalties, and put points on the board. It's a game where, it's yes, they beat us 10 years in a row, but it's always been a close ball game. There's always something that happens that goes that way, and right now we feel good enough and we're playing confident enough that we feel like we can make our own luck out there, and that's what we're going to plan on doing.
So it should be a great ball game. Night walk at 6:45, kickoff at 7:30. Hope to see everyone out there. Again, this is Stratford Night Coaches Show, sponsored by Jimmy Dunn State Farm Insurance.
Go Knights.